Good morning, my dear friends. I am Prashant Mavani and I warmly welcome all of you to StudyIQ. I hope you all are doing good. Today is 30th April and the last PIB of this month. From tomorrow we will enter May, and let's see what we have got in today's PIB. The special topic that I have for you guys is pertaining to Red Fort. There is a news out there, or you can say a rumor out there, that Government of India has sold this Red Fort to a private company. Whether this is right or wrong, or why this thing is going on in our country, we'll go through it with this, dear friends. If you want to download the PDF of today's discussion, you will get it from my Facebook page or Twitter handle. Please don't forget to give us your like if you have learned something from today's discussion and you are brand ambassadors of this particular video. So make sure you share this thing with other people as well. This may help other students who are not able to get benefit of all this expensive classes and other things. With this, dear friends, StudyIQ provides pen drive and tablet courses for various different exams. As you can see on your screen, we cover many different exams, and if you visit our website, you will find that we have covered other exams as well, and they are covered by our pen drive and tablet courses, which are designed by the best faculties of our country. So to find out more about it, check out StudyIQ.com. Just in case if you have any question or queries, you can give us a call on the numbers that you can see on your screen. You have got chat support as well available on our portal. Now the first item that we have is pertaining to Prime Minister's office. You know, this thing that Buddha Purnima is celebrated today in our country as well as around the world, and Prime Minister inaugurated this Buddha Jayanti 2018. Dear friends, this is not just celebrated in our country. As you know that there are countries like ASEAN countries, right? They are connected with India because of Buddhism. We have this cultural linkage. And it's not just ASEAN countries either, right? You have East Asian countries, you have Central Asian countries as well, and then you have many SAARC countries. Like, say for example, of course we are part of SAARC country, but I'll give you a couple of examples. You have Nepal, you have Bhutan, you have Sri Lanka, you have Myanmar. Of course Myanmar is not part of SAARC, but it is part of BIMSTEC. So you have ASEAN and BIMSTEC. So you have ASEAN nations, you have BIMSTEC nations, you have SAARC nations, you have Central Asian, East Asian nations, includes Japan, South Korea, North Korea, so, and China, of course. So you have Mongolia. We were talking about Mongolia a couple of days ago, isn't it? So these are the countries they are celebrating. And then you have Buddhist population living in different parts of the world, and they are also celebrating this Buddha Purnima, Buddha Jayanti of 2018, and they are looking at India because India is the place where Buddha used to live, isn't it? So in this way, India is a very important place as far as Buddhism is concerned, and Buddhism and tourism, spiritual, or you can say religious tourism is concerned. Just like Mecca, Medina or Saudi Arabia is very important for Muslims, in the same way India is very important for people of Buddhist or people following Buddhism. Now the thing is, dear friends, Government of India, as per Prime Minister said that Government of India is working with compassion to serve people, and this is in line with the path shown by Lord Buddha. He also talked about various different schemes, like he talked about this Dhan Yojana. Have under Dhan Yojana, and this is the figure that you should keep in your mind as far as 2018 is concerned, 31 crore or so far 31 crore Dhan bank accounts are opened by government, and this is not a small achievement at all. The other thing is he also talked about this Buddhist circuit. We are developing Buddhist circuit, and government has approved 360 crore rupees for the development of Buddhist circuit, and this will be covering UP, MP, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh and other places as well. And you know, I just told you about tourism, right? It will increase people to people contact, people from all these countries that we have talked about. They do visit India every year, and once we develop this Buddhist circuit, it's not just about economy, right? Remember this thing, when I say tourism, I'm not saying that it's always after money. No, of course it is important, and there is nothing wrong with it as well, because it is ethical money, right? Means people will get livelihood, and once you get livelihood, then you cannot, you might have heard about this thing that you cannot you cannot fight a war with empty stomach. In the same way, if you want to achieve something, and this is what Buddha has said as well earlier on, when Buddha was out, when he left everything and when he visited different places. At that point of time, there were no fixed methods, there were no rules and regulations, right? Someone used to teach that you have to be very harsh. Nowadays as well, we find people doing many harsh things. I'm not saying that that's wrong or right? It's totally up to that individual or group. If they believe something is right, then that is their truth. But as far as Buddha is concerned, he taught us this path of moderation, right? Everything should be moderate, not too extreme, not too negative, not too positive. Stay in moderation, stay in right in between. So this is the thing, that the people will earn livelihood, and then only they can have this moderation life, or else they would be very poor and things like that. So this is the thing. At the same time, you will find that youngsters will learn many things about our unique heritage and things associated with it. With this, he also said that teachings of Lord Buddha have shaped many nations. This is right as well. He talked about New India as well, that how everyone should contribute to make our country New India on the 75th year of freedom. And Lord Buddha was born in this place, Lumbini, which is in Nepal. And in Nepal, Maya Devi temple is very famous, where these celebrations are going on. With this, dear friends, we have this Gram Swaraj Abhiyan. Ayushman Bharat Divas was observed across the country today. Ayushman Bharat scheme, we have talked about it. It is an insurance cover scheme. At the same time, it is also talking about this primary, secondary and tertiary healthcare system. I believe that if this scheme will work, if we do all necessary things or steps, if we take all these necessary steps to ensure that this scheme actually do work, and if it will work, then this scheme will be a game changer for our country. And on this day, on this Ayushman Bharat Divas or day, this awareness regarding this National Health Protection Mission was created in different nooks and corners of our country. At the same time, the socio-economic caste census database was verified and updated. Power Ministry has got a news for us. And this is something that I would like you guys as well to spread around. The thing is, we have achieved this 100% electrification. Now, let me clarify this thing. You will find many negative reports as well. But the reality is that why 10%? Why, if a village has got 10% electricity, then why it is declared as electrified? The thing is, electricity is something, for that you have to set up an infrastructure, isn't it? So what government is doing, or as per this definition, how it works is that once 10% out of 100 household, if 10 household has got electricity, at the same time your local school at village level that you have, this Gram Panchayat's office or a little clinic that we have, right, all these places, or maybe church or temple or these community places, if once you get this 10% covered and all this community or you can say public places are covered or are connected with electricity, this village is considered as electrified. Now, government of course cannot force you to get electric connection, isn't it? But once, it lives on you guys, or it lives on us, whether we want electric connection or not. And for that, the government has also launched this Saubhagya scheme. Now, very quickly, Saubhagya scheme is basically government will knock your doors and government will ask you whether you want electricity. If you want it, if you are under BPL, below poverty line, then you won't be paying anything for the connection. There is a connection fee, and you have to set up poles and wires and other things. So that fee will not be taken from you. If you are above poverty line, then you have to pay 500 rupees. But this again is not in one shot. It will be paid in installments. Every month you have to pay like 10% of this 500. So that is 50 rupees, isn't it? 50 rupees per month for 10 months. And this is how it will be. So government is doing everything it can. And the thing is, there is a rumor out there that government is only going to provide electricity to 10% of household. This is not right at all. Government wants each and every one of us get this electricity. At the same time, we have this variation as well. Some states have a 47% access to electricity, some have 100%. So we need to fill this gap as well. With this, we have a very important scheme called Dhan. GOBA stands for Galvanizing Organic Bio-Agro Resources Dhan scheme. And the main aim of this scheme, of course, is first of all to make sure that our villages are clean. Second thing is to generate wealth out of waste. Third thing is energy, and then you can have this organic fertilizer and other things. So basically here is the thing for management and conversion of cattle dung and solid waste into farms, to compost, fertilizer, biogas and bio-CNG, and of course to make sure that our villages are open defecation free. Under Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin, you have two main components. One is looking after this open defecation free thing, and the other thing is to manage the solid and liquid waste in villages. So far we have got 3.5 lakh villages, 374 districts and 16 states or union territories are ODF, and we need to cover more. With this GOBA Dhan scheme, we will be able to create energy as well as we will create livelihood opportunities as at ground level as well, or grassroots level. And by 2018-19, the government of India is trying to achieve 700 plus biogas units in different parts of our country. With this, dear friends, our sports minister had an interaction, or he had a conversation with this sports person, and he said this thing that sports person can do well in other fields as well, because they have trained themselves mentally and physically. And I would request you guys as well that if you are not doing anything at all, or if you are, when I say not at all, I mean to say if you are not doing some sort of physical exercise, if you are not playing sport, then I will reckon you guys to start it. If you are saying that I don't have time for it, then I will say, I sorry to say this thing, but this is true, that you don't know how to manage your time, or else you will find at least 15 minutes, right? At least minimum. Sometimes if you don't have time at all, sometimes it does happen, then you can have 15-minute workout. In Canadian elite forces, they have this 12-minute workout. Can you believe that? 12-minute. But this 12-minute workout is a solid workout. So do bit of exercise. It could be, it's not necessary that you join expensive gym. If you are living in a flat, then just climbing stairs as well, right? Going up and down for a couple of times will help you. But when I say couple of times, at least 10-15 minutes of sort of labor work you should do, and this will enhance your brain capacity as well. With this difference, he said that sports persons are our brand ambassadors or ambassadors of the country, and they work as a role model as well. There are many sports persons out there who have inspired millions of our youngsters, and because of that they have they are playing this sport, or they are, you know, people playing cricket or wrestling or other things, looking after their body and other. So yes, I do agree with this thing that sports person are brand ambassadors as far as our youth is concerned, and it is also a very important thing for sports, for soft power as well. It connects people, right? If you are in sport, if you are serious about it, then you cannot have this alcohol and other negative items like smoking and other things. So sports keeps our youngsters healthy and fit too. Now, coming on to this special topic about Red Fort, there is a news item out there, or there is a hysteria out there. Hysteria is that government has sold this 16th century monument for pocketful of money. Is it right? The thing is, that's not right at all. The reality is that corporate house is basically, there is a company, right, that is going to look after our heritage site called this Red Fort, and it will be under public-private partnership. And this is something that we want, because so far what has happened in our country is that, see, government is not an expert in looking after our monuments and historic places. We do have Archaeological Survey of India, but you know how it works. It's not that it's not doing anything. Archaeological Survey of India is a very hard-working organization. But when it came to looking after our monuments, we know the state and we know the result, isn't it? We have seen many historical things getting destroyed in our country. Like, as I'm speaking to you right now, we all are aware about Taj Mahal is one of the biggest thing that we have got, right? The most famous, one of the most famous place in our country and around the world is Taj Mahal. And we know the situation of Taj Mahal. You know, this it's getting yellow, it's getting brown. So this is the state of this is how we look after our things. And if government is not expert in this thing, then it is better, rather than, see, so far our attitude has been that if I can do it, then I won't allow others to do it either. So this thing has not helped us, and we have got this scheme called Adopt a Heritage Site. So here we have this corporate social responsibility, that you have to spend 2% of your profits after society, you know, looking after society, charity work and philanthropy work. So this is a good way, like you have this different companies looking after different sites. And the thing is that private companies, they have their own way of working. You know, they do things fatafat, they do it very quickly, and things are a bit more professional as well. So this is a good step under this Adopt a Heritage scheme or program. And this I believe that this fort, this Dalmia, right, Red Fort and Dalmia's partnership will become a sort of lighthouse for other this sort of PPP work, or this sort of marriage as well. And it will promote tourism. As I told you, it will give livelihood opportunity to many people. At the same time, we would be able to spread the fragrance of our culture and other things, and youngsters can learn as well, and we'll get more people coming here. It will improve our people to people contact. So it is going to be a win-win situation. With this difference, identify the person that you can see on your screen. The last person was James Mattis. These are your answers, questions. Check out StudyIQ.com to find out more about our pen drive and tablet courses, and please do share this lecture, and don't forget to give us your like and pass your answers. Thank you very much for listening. Jai Hind.